This is Doug Gray of the Marshall Tucker Band, and you're listening to Pat's Sound Bites Unplugged, simply the best podcast in the music business.
WBXO Classic Rock Redefined, and exclusively today on the Pat Show, honored once again to have one of the nicest guys in the music business. This rock legend is the leader, the heartbeat, the soul that keeps this incredible band rolling with over 40 plus years and still searching for that rainbow. Welcome our good friend, singer-songwriter, and one of the founding members of the great Marshall Tucker Band, our good friend, Mr. Doug Gray. Doug, what is going on today?
Hey, man, the world is still a beautiful place, and it will be tomorrow, and everybody's going on good, and can't wait to get back up to your show on the 21st.
I love it. Well, certainly thanks for your time. Am I right? 40 plus years, almost probably 45. Does it ever get old?
46 years.
46?
Just turned 46 years, and, I just turned 70, so if you get out your pocket calculator, you can figure out that I was in the military, got out, about 2 years later, we started Marshall Tucker Band. And that's what I've been doing ever since.
Well, certainly thank you for your service and happy 70 young years, and we hope that you continue to keep going strong. Doug and the band on tour currently with the great Lynyrd Skynyrd, last of the Street Survival Farewell Tour, and I can't wait to see you on the 21st at the original site of Woodstock along with 38 Special. And when I read the press release on Lynyrd Skynyrd, just so bittersweet to hear this is the farewell. But how much fun are you having on this journey with these great guys?
We started out last year in someplace down in, I think it was Mexico or something, I can't remember. And there's no ending for Marshall Tucker. I mean, when they roll me out of the show on a stretcher or a gurney or whatever you want to call it, when they roll me out, that'll be my last day. I'm not going to put a date on it. Of course, I don't have to be out doing this right now. And so, after so many years, this is just the way it's going to be. I will never say never, and I'm always looking to see old friends and old faces, shake hands with people that have matured and grown up like I did and acted crazy and still act crazy, and nothing wrong with us taking a shot here and there. You know what I mean? And we have a great time, and no, I will never stop. This just happened to be us on this tour, only because I knew the original band very, very well, and Ronnie Van Zant was one of my best buddies in that starting of that band.
Well, I'm glad. I know, every time I see you, you're always smiling and you're always gracious, meeting the fans, and I know you love what you love. And, I mean, it's bittersweet to see those guys announce a farewell, but it's great to know that Marshall Tucker is going to go on until you go on. It's funny, I still kind of argue with some of my friends when we talk music and southern rock, and I always say, Marshall Tucker Band has covered all the musical genres there are out there. I said, you can't pin Marshall Tucker to just southern rock. I mean, you got some rock, you got some blues, you got some country, you got some jazz, so I guess my question, Doug, is when it came to radio airplay back in the day, would you say, was it an advantage for the band or a disadvantage? Because you guys, you opened up for the Dead, you're with Sly and the Family Stone, you're with Spiral Gyro, you're with Skynyrd and Charlie Daniels. Was it an advantage or disadvantage?
It was certainly a disadvantage because radio did not know about... Listen, when you got Skynyrd and you got Tom Petty coming out, and they're coming out with more rock and roll and more southern aggression, is what I called it. They had southern aggression. We're not an aggressive hitting band. The record company knew that going in, and they said, well, these guys can play anything. So here I was with Charlie Musselwhite from some of the old blues guys, the Commodore, Lionel Richie, and I are really good friends. So we were playing a lot of different venues, and like you said, Sly, they asked us to go back on when Sly was an hour and a half late. And we told them, yeah, for the money, we'll go back home. So we went back out there, and everybody started digging it. And we were just that kind of band that made the connection with the audience and still love them. Hey, I just like to see pickup trucks there as well as somebody driving a new Cadillac. I don't really care. And that's what happened years ago is Tom Petty, every time we put one out, Tom Petty would put one out. And it wasn't done purposely, but when it was happening, it was coincidental. And sure, it hurt us a lot whenever here we were playing the same rock and roll, and one day I'd be at Kentucky Derby, one day I'd be at the Grand Ole Opry. The next day we'd be playing for a NASCAR race, and then we'd play for a drag strip. So, here we were playing every type of music. Carlos Santana begged to come on stage with us, and it was... When we did, we had him in a cowboy hat, and he put it on backwards, and we straightened him out. And, he didn't let around with it on anyway. It was blowing his groove. And, our band right now is at the peak again, and we're getting back up to a point. There was a lot of years, as you well know, that you can't always be the number one. And if you're a real human being, you realize that, and you settle for what is there and the people that stuck with you. So then all of a sudden we signed with APA, and that's Maximum Performing Arts, and then we signed with Red Light, who is Keith Urban. You know what I mean? So we're signed with Spin Loop Money. We're signed with the same companies because I changed companies simply because I knew that there was something else out there for us except for the same things. Whenever we did, it all went crazy. And, I could work 170 shows again if I wanted to. Mentally, do I want to? No. And I'll tell you why. It's because, we don't do, most Tucker Band has never been a band that you could predict what we were going to do. We don't even know what we do. We get up there and seriously, we get up there, somebody says This Old Cowboy, and we thought about that French band that did This Old Cowboy. It ain't gonna be easy first time. This old cowboy has been tonight alone. And I always, you just never know. I won't sing it that way in real life, but I guess I just did to you. But we're just not, you can't pinpoint a band. Billboard magazine said it best. Marshall Tucker Band is probably one of the most versatile bands in the world. They can go out and go to Europe. They can go anywhere in the whole world and can play anywhere and anything. So, I'm extremely proud of it as much as I am never maintaining that same limit of success that a lot of people did, because what goes up does come back down.
Well, I have to agree with Billboard. You guys are so unique, but it's so great, and it is way different than everybody. So I said, I argue with my buddies going, there's Southern rock. I go, no. You got to look back and listen to really the music. When you guys started with Tommy and Toy and Paul and George, I said, which would lead me to this other question. Yesterday, I had the honor of interviewing rock legend and founding member Ian Anderson and Jethro Tull, and they're celebrating their 50th anniversary. And if you remember Ian, one of the first guys that pops out the flute in prog rock. And I think about the many Marshall Tucker songs that, with Jerry, Can't You See, heard it in a love song. And what I don't understand is why there is not so many bands today that are not taking advantage of using that instrument. To me, it's like a lost art without the flute, and it separated you guys certainly, and there are a lot of bands in the 60s and early 70s that use it, but it's like a lost art today. Are you surprised as well with that?
Well, what it is we get a lot of really young people that they're doing that in junior high schools. Okay, we get, and also we have four generations of people coming to see us. And one kid the other day said, "Hey, my dad used to strap me in the back seat of the car, and I'd have to lift it, listen to Can't You See Fire on the Mountain everywhere that we went, because you had to strap your kid in the back seat.
Right.
So this guy grew up, and he comes to see us. He said, finally, I get a chance. He said, I never knew I was going to get to meet you. I said, well, I just walk around. And he said, I got to tell you, he says, some of the best stuff that I remember, even if I'm sitting in school or if I have a bad day, there's some of the songs that y'all brought out to make me get through my day.
Wow.
Man, that's heavy.
Right.
That's real heavy.
That hits home. I mean, you can't, I guess you could, there's no better feeling than that when somebody says, hey, you guys, I got through stuff because of your music. I mean, it's not the money, it's not the fame. When you hit a nerve like that, like you said, you can't get any more heavier than that.
No, and the beauty of it is, it's not just the young kids. What it is Grandpa said, I'm in an autograph line. Grandpa sitting over there, and I said, "What are you doing here? You're kind of young for the concert." And she said, "Well, my grandpa wanted me to bring this record over here and get it signed, and that being the LP." So, I said, "Well, where is he?" And she said, "He's sitting right over there." Now, this girl's about 10 years old. So I said, "Well, tell him to come on over here." And she said, "Well, he's having a bad time with his leg right now, and he's not be able to." I said, "Okay, hold on." I grabbed my security guard back there, and I told him to come on, we're going somewhere. Went out and took pictures with him and his granddaughter, and his, we sit there for a good 30 minutes. Nobody bothered us. People have respect. People, if you treat people with respect, they have respect. They love the fact that, and you just said it a bit, that you come down here and visited for about a week. You went back, and now you're back there, and down here, people, they honestly are a whole lot like me. They might not be as nice as I am, okay? It's nice being, I'm not cussing you out whenever. I don't scream at nobody if they pull out in front of me, okay? I don't blow the horn and all that crap. But you got, hey, what the hell? And, everybody just, you can always tell, you have to look at the tag on the car when I'm out driving. Somebody's always, what the hell? And I can't even do it the right way, blow the horn. And my girlfriend, she's from New Jersey, and she says, how do you not get mad at things like that? I said, well, they didn't do anything wrong, and it wasn't my plan to scare the hell out of them. And they'll, I don't want them to think that we would be that way. We have a good time. My 27-something people that work with me all across the country, and then you tack on all the other people that work those other concerts for us. It's like meeting old friends. Every time, you look forward, I can't wait to get there, and then when you get there and you're walking through, you got to give everybody some time, and your time is probably the only thing that you and I have is a beautiful thing to have time.
Absolutely, and we are certainly blessed. And I look at you and your band, and I compare it to only one other band, and that's the Charlie Daniels Band. Charlie, the nicest guy. When I said to Charlie, how do you define the word success? He says, man, Pat, when I can employ over 40 people for 45 years, I've been to baby births, I've been to graduations, I've been to weddings. He goes, we're such a nice, tight group of friends that over the years developed, and we're just so blessed to be able to have this career. And, salute the veterans in our military, and it doesn't get any better than that. That's all you're looking for. So, certainly, and Charlie loves you guys. I mentioned you guys, I mentioned you, and Charlie's got a big grin on his face, and he goes, oh boy, don't get me started with that Doug Gray guy.
Well, we were just together the other night in Laconia, and we were sitting there, and both of us had finished our shows. We were sitting there looking at each other and saying, why in the world are we still out here doing this? And then the guy sitting there behind us, and two security guards, said, why y'all got, because they put it in at that point in time, they said, y'all love this. You love it. You come on sweaty. Your boots are full of water. Your socks don't even soak up the sweat. Your back is hurting. Your leg is hurting. and you're old, but yet you kick ass.
Absolutely. And the crowd always goes away with a smile on their face every time I've been to any of your shows. And as I mentioned, we're honored to have the great Doug Gray on our line. Doug, opening and on the tour with Lynyrd Skynyrd. They're in Darien Lake on Friday the 13th. They're in Hartford on the Saturday the 14th. They're in New York City at the Beacon Theater on the 18th. And I can't wait to see Doug up at Bethel Woods on the 21st, because I know it's going to be a great show. My man, if Tommy and Toy and Paul and George are peeking through the rainbows and the sun rays and looking down at you and this great band today, what do you think they're saying?
Well, they would be so proud because we all started this together. That's how I ended up with it. I sang 99% of those songs. Everybody in that whole band, we worked as a band. We never had one fight. You tell me anybody. I've been married 3 times, okay? I'm because of that. It's disagreements, and it's a normal thing to have an argument. But it's, because people disagree. But that band, the first 9 years, we never, that was until Tommy passed, and we never had an argument. The day that Toy decided that he couldn't go on the road anymore because he missed Tommy so much, and so did we all, okay? But, you have to work, and you have to do your job, and you certainly, with all these golden platinum, I'm standing here right now looking at golden platinum records all over the walls and up the stairway, and I can't understand. I know they would be proud because they got those gold records and platinum records too, but I know they would be proud because in high school we said one day we'll have a band that people will like and pay a lot of money for and will care. That we had no idea that the feelings that we had learned from our parents to go out and work real hard, to be in the military and work real hard, to come home, appreciate your fans as if they're your friends. And you know what? I'm thankful for 45 and 46 years of this. More thankful, and I'll tell you this too, Charlie is one of the best guys in the whole world, and that's no bull. That he's been that way to me ever since the very first time when we asked him to play on our first record, and that was in 72, 71. So, there's a camaraderie there that exactly the same thing as you said. One day, that's in your bucket list. You'll be down here. You will say to me, and you might see, and I get texts from people, this is how cool this is. I'm sitting there at a restaurant for July the 4th. I flew on for 4 hours to watch fireworks, okay? Flew down here, went to my favorite little restaurant pub out on the inlet, and I went out there with my girlfriend. We had a little special place to sit, so you had unobstructed, and I tequilaed up pretty good. But I went out there, and I got about 10 texts from people that said, man, having a great time, thanks for coming. Here I was having fun.
Right.
That's it's not about me. It's everything is ministry. It truly is.
Well, we love what you do. We love Charlie Daniels and the CDB, the Charlie Daniels Band, and we can't wait to see you and continue to support the great Doug Gray and the Marshall Tucker Band. Doug, thanks for your time today. I hope you enjoyed the chat as much as I did. I can't wait to get down to Myrtle Beach and call and sit on the beach and have a beer with you, my friend. I'm going to take you up on that.
Hey, I tell you what, I've done it a million times so far, so just get ready, okay?
Okay, my man. Well, thank you, Doug. Safe travels, and we'll see you next week. It's time to keep that Marshall Tucker music alive here on WBXO, and time to searching for a rainbow here on The Pat Show.
Keep on rolling, brother. We love you.
We love you, Doug. I'll see you in a week.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Bye now, pal.
Bye-bye.
I rode into town today. In my mind I said, Lord, I'd love to stay. Something in me said, oh, move on. Don't know what it is, the good Lord bred it in my bones. So ma'am, right, she's getting kinda tired. But in my heart she knows there's this one desire. She's gonna take me to the end of our road. Then she'll lay down and die, and I say, God rest her soul. And I'm searching for a rainbow. And if the wind never showed me where to go, you'll be waiting at the end, and I'll know I'll see the hill with that pot of gold. I'll see the hill with that pot of gold. Showed me where to go. You'll be waiting at the end, and I'll know I'll see the hill with that pot of gold. And I'm searching for a rainbow. And if the wind ever showed me where to go, you'll be waiting at the end, and I'll see the hill with that pot of gold. I'll see the hill with that pot of gold.